implants. I'm leaning more towards implants because I really kind of want like some shape. My boobs are gone, y'all. After having kids, your boobs are like, goodbye, see you later, we flew away. Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am super excited you guys are here. This video is a little bit special. If you follow me on Instagram at Carmen Renee Vlog, then you may already know, or you may can inference from the title. So but if you guys do not know, I am a lifestyle and fashion blogger on Instagram. I have a blog, carmenrenee.com, and I have 2 little kiddos, but you probably already know that if you follow me. I am actually having a mommy makeover based off of the title that you guys see. And I decided to ask my audience if you guys wanted to follow my surgery journey and if you had any questions. And so I did get a lot of questions about the overall surgery, some questions about cost and why I decided to do it. And so we're just gonna jump right in and I'm gonna answer those questions. Okay. So the first question is, what process/questions did you ask in order to vet the doctors, and how many doctors? Well, we're a little bougie today. We got a little water in the glass. Okay, so number 1, there is a website called realself.com. I highly recommend you go there and search for doctors. In the plastic surgery community, it is huge. So I've been doing research for about 6 months, and it led me to the current doctor that I will share with you guys later. Pretty much what happened was I started looking at doctors in Houston, doctors in Miami. I knew 100% that I didn't want to go internationally. I think that's a personal choice for your cost. Houston is a lot more expensive than other areas. Miami is a lot cheaper. However, if you guys know anything about me, I used to live in Miami, so I do have friends there that are like family. But I felt like if I didn't have my immediate family there with me during this process, that it just wouldn't make sense for me to go there for such a large procedure and be there for a long period of time and be away from my kids. So that's how I started vetting. I would ask people, Instagram, you can always look at Instagram. You can always watch a ton of YouTubers who have documented their surgery journey. And then Real Self was really helpful. It's like literally, it's like Facebook for plastic surgery. You can literally find anything on there. Like you literally can vet a doctor from head to toe, tons of reviews, highly recommend it. And I looked at probably about 5 doctors. The first doctor I looked at, he was super booked, so I knew that I wasn't going to, I wanted to get it done soon, and his wait time for the surgery was 2 years. I was like, nah, I ain't doing that. And then the other doctor, her wait time was like a year, and then I got a couple more referrals and did a little bit more digging and research, and that's how I narrowed it down. Do I plan to have more kids? No, I do not. I made that decision after my son. I just felt like, to me, having kids was really taxing on my body. And honestly, the number 1 reason was because I had postpartum preeclampsia. And they told me that there was a high probability that I would get it with a 3rd kid. And honestly, the last 2 pregnancies have been just like a whirlwind. Like I have fibroids, so they were degenerating with my first daughter. And then with Axe, my son, I ended up getting postpartum preeclampsia. So it was just mentally taxing, and I just didn't want to do that anymore. And I just felt happy. I had my boy, I had my girl, and I was just like, you know what? I don't feel like I need to be pressured to have another kid if I'm not mentally there, you know? Do you have an ideal weight or goal before getting the mommy makeover? Great. Sorry. Great question. Yes, I do. So if you've been following me on Instagram, I lost 34 pounds. I started at, so just to kind of give you guys a overall reference, when I had my son, I was 240 pounds. Then it fluctuated after I had him, because you know, you drop weight after you have a baby, clearly. But I'm talking about like literally like after you have surgery, you start to drop weight because you're carrying weight from the baby. So I think I had got down to like 209. And then I like went through postpartum depression and I got back up to 227. And so in April, I had made a conscious decision to lose weight, and took me 6 months to lose the 34 pounds. So right now I'm sitting at 191, 193. My goal for the surgery, my surgery is in 5 weeks. So my goal is to get to at least 188, 187. And just maintain. If I can get there, I feel like I carry my weight pretty well. Ideally, I would have loved to be a little bit smaller. My sweet spot of a weight is like 175. And so I'm trying my hardest to get there in like 5 weeks. I don't know how realistic that is, but I'm trying my hardest. So if I get there, great. If not, it's not the end of the world for me, because it's just not. How long is the expected recovery time? Well, it depends. It varies on everybody. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like super parched. But it depends on everybody. But the recovery time, based off of what my doctor said, is about you start feeling a little bit okay within a month, but the actual recovery time takes a full year. So your body is like adjusting. But I think if you're referring to like, when do you start feeling normal? That's the question that I asked. I started feeling, at least this is what they said. It really just depends on the patient, but what they told me was that you start feeling normal probably at about 3 to 4 weeks, and maybe 6 weeks at the most. So how much does it cost? So it depends on where you go. Everybody is different. Every doctor is different, and every surgery center is different. So I felt like if I was going to stay in Houston is just way more expensive. Like in Miami, it is like dirt cheap to get surgery done, period. It's super dirt cheap. Like 3 times dirt cheap. So I'm paying about $28K to get the surgery done, and I saved for it. So that's also, you know, the reason why. So definitely, if you are looking in Houston, just make sure to save. And there's Care Credit and Alphion Credit if you decide to go that route. So who will be your surgeon and what procedures are you getting done? So I made the decision to go with my Houston surgeons. The doctor is Dr. Erica Sato. I'm really excited. I love her work. I think that it looks so natural, but so like clean, and she still shapes you in a good way. So she's double board certified. She has years of experience. Her reviews on Real Self were really amazing. So and then she came as a referral from another physician that I know very closely. So it just was like, yes, this is it. And then when I met her, I was like, oh my gosh, she's so sweet, super, like just super nice. And just the clinic was beautiful. And I was just like, okay, this is the right decision. And what procedures am I getting done? Okay, y'all try to get into the tea, okay? Okay, so the procedures that I'm getting done are lipo 360, a tummy tuck, a BBL, a breast lift, and I haven't decided if I'm gonna go the route of fat grafting or implants. I'm leaning more towards implants because I really kind of want like some shape. My boobs are gone, y'all. After having kids, your boobs are like, goodbye, see you later, we flew away. I don't even know where they went anymore. That's pretty much all the, and fat grafting to the hips. So BBL, fat grafting to the hips, tummy tuck, 360 lipo, breast lift with probably an augmentation. But there's 2 doctors operating on me. So Dr. Sato will be operating the lower half, and then Dr. Sean Boutros will be operating my boobs. So there's 2 doctors actually doing the surgery. Okay, so this is a great question. So this person asked, do you have to do these? And I'm assuming she says mommy makeover, but do you have to do a mommy makeover or plastic surgery when you're done having kids, or is it worth it in between? That is a personal choice for you. If you have the money to do it twice, live your best life. Me personally, I just think that if you want kids, like, your body is gonna change so drastically, and so it's just a lot of money to be coming out of pocket to do twice, in my opinion. But I know people who are like, F it, like, I want to look hot now before I have kids, and so I'm gonna do it. And then they have kids, and then they're like, I'm just gonna do it again. So I think that it really is a personal choice. If you have the finances, if you have the means. If I had the means, I'd be doing it twice, but I ain't got the means. I ain't got the means like that. Can't wait to see your journey. Thank you, sis. I'm so excited to share it with you guys. Will you have an incision from hip to hip for the tummy tuck? So I don't know. I actually have a pre-op appointment November 15th, so it's literally coming up, and I will be able to ask that question. But I do believe it's called an extended tummy tuck. Y'all have extra skin down there. But yes, I don't know the specifics, but I'll probably ask. Okay, so hi, thank you for the transparency. Of course, sis. Why did you decide to move forward with the surgery? Okay, so y'all, listen, okay? I am a mom. I have 2 kids. I have put my body through hell and back, okay? My daughter is 3. My son will be 1 in December. And it just dawned on me, like, after I had my son, I like stripped down naked. I went into my mirror and I was like, oh, what the fuck? It's like literally what I said. I was like, oh, no. And I looked completely different. Like, at least I felt like I looked completely different. You know, my boobs were longer. I had extra skin around my stomach. You know, I just didn't look shapely. And so I started working out and trying to lose the weight to see if that would even help and tone up. And it has helped somewhat. But I've had 2 C-sections. And so everyone knows that after you have C-sections, you just have extra skin around your stomach. The fupa, or whatever people call. But for me, I was just like, it doesn't make sense for my boobs to hang this low, my stomach to be protruding like this. I'm 35, I'll be 36 in January, and so it just made more sense to me in my own, like, and honestly, like, as a mom, like, I don't know if anybody else relates to this, but as a mom in your 30s, like, you don't want to look bad. You want to look good. And I'm not saying that social media influences that, but I am saying that you see all of these people with these great figures, and then you're over here like, I just popped out 2 beautiful babies and my figure looks like a dump truck right now. And you know, it weighs a lot on your self-confidence, and it weighs a lot on you. And so, you know, I am all for women investing in themselves and making themselves feel like their best self, whatever that is. I'm not telling or encouraging people to go get plastic surgery, but if that's what you want, do you. And don't let nobody tell you differently. Sips tea on that. What did your hubby say when you initially told him? Well, we had this conversation a very long time ago. I told him before I had kids that I was gonna get a mommy makeover. I was like, oh, no. Because I already knew. I was like, I know that my body is gonna change. So I said, just prepare that when we get to this point, I'm gonna get a mommy makeover. He was like, and he was on board with it. I mean, my husband is very supportive, and he was just like, you know, whatever makes you happy, do you. He's like, I love you the way you are, but if you feel like, and that's the thing, when you're married or if you're with someone who's a really good person, usually what they're going to tell you is, you know, I love you the way you are. And the thing is that's great. You want to hear that from your significant other, but essentially it's not my husband's decision for what I want. I want this, and I know that this is something that, you know, I'm praying to God works out and that I recover fine and everything is great. So crossing fingers in all of this. But yeah, he's super supportive. Are you adding in a BBL too? Yes, I am. Because the way my butt is shaped, I have, like, I call it a teardrop booty. So it goes like this. It's big. I have a big butt, like, don't get me wrong. And yeah, don't get me wrong, but it's just not shaped the way I feel like I want it to be. I don't want it to be like this ostentatious like butt, but I would like it to be a little bit more curved at the top, little curved at the top, like a little S curve. But it's like literally a teardrop, y'all. It's like half of a teardrop. It's like, it's a droopy booty. It's still cute though, but it's a little droopy. That's why I'm doing squats, okay? Honestly, you look great. What areas are you the most unhappy with? Okay, so literally the areas that I am probably like the most insecure about are my boobs and my stomach, and I would say it's just this like front area. I'm like, God, this is a lot. So, and the thing is that with boobs, it's easy because, you know, you don't have to worry about it too much. It's, you know, you wear a bra, it is what it is. But my stomach, yeah. No. Okay, so somebody asked, who's the best doctor in Houston? I'm local. Okay, so there's a lot of doctors in Houston. I would say the top rated ones are Dr. Jung Money, I believe, but he's not a plastic surgeon. He was a I don't know how to say it, but he was a dentist before, and then he went to specialize in particular areas of plastic surgery, but he did not become a board certified plastic surgeon. So he can only do specific procedures, as that's what I'm told. Dr. Shu and Dr. Roll, I believe that's her name, of Memorial Plastic Surgery, they're really good, but they're the ones that have like astronomical wait times because they're that good. They're really good. And then I love my doctor. I think she's amazing. So Dr. Sato, you can look her up. Did you get the surgery because you didn't think you could do it? I'm not sure what that question is. But if you're saying like, because I didn't think I could probably get to a particular size, I think everybody knows like when you go in with plastic surgery, you have this intention or, kind of like idea of what you want. And so that was my thing. I knew that I was like, yo, I'm not gonna get a flat stomach. There ain't no way. Like, I gotta eat clean. And even then I would still have a fupa. So, oh, okay, so this is a good question. Can you have more children after a mommy makeover? Absolutely. I think that like you can definitely have kids after a mommy makeover. It is possible. A lot of people do it. And after being successful in your weight loss journey, what made you want a mommy makeover? Yeah, so I just knew that there were just areas that I couldn't fix. I just knew. I was like, I can't fix this with working out. Even my trainer was very, you know, candid with me. He was like, you know, there's areas that we can improve, we can tighten and tone. He was like, but yeah, absolutely. Like if you've had surgery or you've had a C-section, it might be a little bit more difficult. Not impossible, but difficult. So somebody asked, can you tell us what all a mommy makeover entails? So a mommy makeover usually entails just a breast augmentation or lift and a tummy tuck. It doesn't include like the 360 lipo, the BBL, all of that. Those are extra add-ons, but usually it's just your boobs and your tummy tuck. And I don't have kids, but I'm interested in case I do one day. What all does it include? Just pretty much what I said, a breast lift, breast augmentation. It really just depends on what you want to get done. So I decided to do a little extra because I wanted to be shaped and curved in a certain way. And honestly, like I wear a lot of waist trainers, and so I just prefer my waist to, I prefer not to have to do that anymore, if that makes sense. Is the cost pretty decent? Like I said, the cost is really dependent on where you go. Miami is so cheap, like cheap. But, and so is DR in Mexico and Colombia. I mean, like all of those places are cheap, but I think you should look at the doctor versus the cost. Like, look at who you really want to go to. Are they good? Are they double board certified? You know, look at some of those key questions. Have they had any, like, you know? Have they had any botched jobs? Are there anybody complaining about it? Some of these doctors even have Facebook groups that a lot of their patients have started, that you can ask questions in. But, you know, I really just think that I was like, listen, I don't want to spend more than 30K on this. And I know that I want to go to somebody who is going to do a good job, but also has the credentials that I'm looking for, is in a good clinic, and, you know, just those type of things. Then, are you worried about any scarring? So excited for you. Thank you. I'm so excited too. No, I'm not worried about any scarring. That's why it's really important. The other thing that I want to mention is it's really important when you are doing your research about a physician, to talk to the physician about their post-op care. The post-op care is the most important. You want to make sure that your physician is going to be available. So if you have a physician who takes on a lot of clients, and that kind of can be a red flag, because they're so good that they are powerhousing through clients and not necessarily giving specialized attention unless they have something set up in place. So just be aware of that. It can be a little bit off-putting. That's also what made me choose my doctor, is because she has patients, but she's very good with her post-op care, and she pays attention to any red flags. She makes sure that you're with specialists like who are really good, lymphatic massage therapists, endocrinology. There's a machine that helps smooth and tighten the skin right after. So yeah, I'm not really worried about scarring. A lot of people have said like derma, you know, using certain things, and like steroid shots for the area. Like, I've had a C-section, so I have the C-section scar, so even that, you know, yeah. So it looks like I answered all of the questions. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My pre-op appointment is November 15th and my actual surgery date is December 2nd. I'm really excited. I'm super nervous, but I know it's going to be good. And I do plan on sharing more about that journey as I go along. Please bear with me because it may be a little sporadic when I do share, but I just want to take you guys along so you guys can experience it too, and just hear, you know, any questions that you may have. Okay? All right. Well, guys, so that is it for the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more. I'm excited to share the journey with you guys. And yeah, make sure to follow me on Instagram if you're not there, as well as TikTok. I will only be documenting the journey on YouTube and TikTok. I like to keep Instagram a little separate, as it's kind of like my family platform, family and fashion platform. But you'll see some changes in terms of like how I probably look, maybe, I don't know, hopefully. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you can catch more videos like this if you're interested. Take care. Bye.